Hi, I'm Dr. Dina Churchill, innovator of women's health and wellness, and I'm here today to discuss and summarize the 6th episode of the Truth About Cancer series. I'd like to keep it fun and educational, entertaining today. There will be no crying or shouting or verbal detoxing in the video today like it was yesterday. I could apologize for my behavior, but it really was the undiluted me of how I feel. So I know that withholding your emotions can cause cancer. So it was my strategy, my anti-carcinogenic strategy was to unleash the power of Dina, or thoughts of Dina, I should say. You know, yesterday I was voicing my personal concerns, so I was on this page, Dina Churchill. And today, you know, I'm wearing my bra, and I'm going to talk to you about my coffee enema. So I'm going to stay on my personal page for today. But then for the last 3 episodes, I'd like to move it to my professional page, which is Dr. Dina Churchill, Innovator of Women's Health and Wellness. So please, if you're seeing this video, for the next 3, I'd love you to join me there, my Facebook page. Over the last 5 episodes, we've looked at the history of chemotherapy and how it was developed from mustard gas. And now we're looking at more evolved, conscious ways of living, looking to the earth for our God-given gifts of healing and ways that we can promote our own immune system that can naturally take care of our body. Today we're going to look at, in the 6th episode, ways of detoxifying. So living in the world today, we're collecting toxins, whether it's from our water, you know, chemicals that are sprayed over our forests and farmlands, like glyphosate, for example, is a real harmful one, or even medications that we're taking get flushed into our toilets or get flushed out into our oceans and our, you know, water reservoirs. So we're ingesting, even if you're not taking medication, you're probably ingesting medication in your water. Our air has pollutants, so having a detoxifying process is important, not if you have cancer, but just to help with your health and vitality. So your body is like a car. It has certain filters. Now, I'm not going to pretend to know a lot about cars, but I know there's an oil filter, and I think there's a gas filter. But the principle is that there's filters for different systems and different fluids. And the same is in our body. So we have our colon, you know, is our cleansing system, a way of excreting the foods and toxins. And I'm going to talk about the best way to do a colon cleanse in just a few minutes, coffee enemas. And then we have our kidney. You know, our kidneys filter the urine. So if you're having recurrent UTIs, for example, there's certain things that cleanse the kidney. Parsley, marshmallow root, those sort of things are kidney cleanses. And then there's the liver. So the liver cleanses the blood. And again, there's roots like turmeric, ginger, milk thistle, burdock. Some do an Epsom salts and olive oil combination to cleanse the liver. And then there's the lymph system. So the lymph system is a series of vessels and nodes, kind of like the vascular system. But the only difference is the lymph system doesn't have a pump. So in order to move fluids around the lymph system, we either need gravity, some gentle massage or something called manual lymph drainage, or skeletal muscle contraction. So when the muscle contracts around the vessels, it moves lymph along. So something like a rebounder, for example, or a trampoline would be great for those detoxing their lymph system. And there's other ways of detoxing: parasites, candida, yeast, heavy metals. But again, for the sake of time, I'm going to look at those individually at another time. Today, we're going to focus on the lymph system, in particular breasts and our colon with our coffee enemas. So this episode 6 talked about one other thing, which was the placebo and nocebo effects. Again, it's the change or the power of belief. Now, when I think of the power of belief, I think of Henry Ford's quote, you know, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. So the nocebo effect, I'll get my tongue back soon, I will. Nocebo effect. Whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. So if somebody says to you, you have 6 months to live, and you believe them, likely you'll have 6 months to live. If somebody says to you, your body has the ability to heal itself, And when you feed it the right fuel, miracles happen. Maybe there's a different reality. So whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. So let's talk about first coffee enemas. Now, coffee enemas have been actually recommended in the Merck Manual. So the Merck Manual is like the oldest medical textbook. It's been around since the 1800s. So from 1899 to 1977, the Merck Manual recommended coffee enemas. In fact, in wartime, what they found, they gave coffee enemas to soldiers, and the soldiers were reporting, amazing improvements in their pain. So it became a part of medical practice. Nicholas Gonzalez, who is a cancer researcher. He was one of the researchers that was looking into Nagalase and in vaccines and how it was causing cancers, and he had passed away. But he was an amazing man, and thank him for everything that he's done for natural cancer healing. But Dr. Gonzalez, used coffee enemas as part of his protocol. Gerson therapy, Gerson, Gerson therapy, uses coffee enemas. So it's one thing that keeps coming up and up in different research and different physicians. So I thought I'd share it with you. So I started doing coffee enemas because I wanted to, help detoxify my body. I didn't have any real problems, but like I said to you the other day, I thought to myself one day, if I had cancer, I wouldn't do any chemotherapy. I wouldn't have surgery. I'd do coffee enemas. I'd do fasting. I'd go lie in the salt tank. I'd do meditation. I'd clean and clear my body. And then I thought, frig, why am I waiting to have cancer? To cash in and to, embrace that health and vitality. So I start living like I had cancer. I started to do intermittent fasting. I'm eating organic foods, non-genetically modified. I'm doing coffee enemas. And I really feel younger and more vital now than I did, 20 years ago. So the coffee enemas, you see that they're part of a medical practice. They're recommended not just for cancer patients, but also for those who might have constipation, fatigue, liver detox, a way of getting rid of parasites, or if you just want to increase your mood, your energy, sleep better, and have greater mental clarity, you'll do a coffee enema. So the whole idea, I know it's a little strange, right? It's a little weird, and my friends that I've encouraged to do it, I haven't quite got all my family on board yet, but a few of my friends. But you can think about it this way. It's like star butts, enter from the rear. Just to kind of make it a little funny. But the coffee in the enema, once it goes into your colon, absolves or dissolves through the intestinal wall, and then it goes up to the portal vein in your liver, and it stimulates, helps your body with the glycothione, which again is an antioxidant that stimulates your liver to detoxify. So, you do get some detoxification from coffee you drink, but doing it this way has a more powerful effect on the liver. So you do get 2/3 caffeine, in your system. So you don't want to do this at night, or it, can affect you. The research says, use 2 tablespoonfuls organic coffee beans. And they talk about boiling it for 15 minutes in 3 cups of water, lying on your right side and, doing the enema. I just use my leftover, I just, make a little coffee in my coffee pot. Wait till it cools. Don't put it in hot. So I'll fill it up, 3 cups, and you can do your coffee beans. You have to use organic coffee beans because you don't want any more pesticides added in there. You're trying to cleanse. So this enema bag looks like a hot water bottle, but you can get them so they look like an IV bag. You put 3 cups of your coffee in there, cooled, and then what you want to do is take a little bit of coconut oil and put it around the probe. So let me give it step by step to you what I do. So I put the 3 cups of coffee in there. I put a little coconut oil over the probe. Then I get ready. I lie down. If you can do it in the bathroom, so you're close to a toilet, it works a little better, and you can put some towels down. It's not as messy as what you'd think, so just hear me through. I lie down on my right side, and then I can insert the probe. You put it in about an inch or so. And just, you relax, you insert the probe, and then you hang up your bag because you're using the gravity from the bag to allow the coffee to, drip down and come in. And so you feel a little filling, in your colon. And then you hold it. You try to stay in that position for maybe 10 to 15 minutes to allow this glutathione to kind of absorb through the intestinal wall. And you just relax, breathing. Slow breathing, and you have a sense you'll need to go to the bathroom, but it's usually not an overwhelming urge. And I just lie there for 10 minutes, and then I keep this probe inside, unhook the bag, move over to the toilet, take the probe out, and then, you can have a bowel movement. Or, once your colon is very clean, you can even hold it in for a while. So now I can sort of hold that 3 cups in, and I can brush my teeth and get ready, and then, have a bowel movement. So it's quite pleasant. Again, it's a coffee odor and a, coconut oil odor. So it's not as messy and as, as long as you're near the toilet and you can slip it in and slip it out over the toilet, it's really wonderful. And again, it's a great way to improve your health and vitality, to detoxify your body of chemicals and parasites, and enhances your sleep. So if you have cancer, you may be doing this 5 times a day. Or you could do it 5 times a week, or you could do it once a week, which is kind of what I aim for now. Again, depending on your condition and your circumstance. Any questions? I see Johnny Mac is, hi, my family from Newfoundland. Arlene, Greg, Edith from Newfoundland. Hi, everyone. Marcia. Hey, Marcia is an amazing lady. She's a chiropractor who had cancer. I hope you don't mind me saying. But she just told me about this recently herself, and I think she used to do like 5 to 8 a day when she was diagnosed with cancer. She found out she had cancer 4 months after she had her first child, and she healed herself using Gerson therapy, which included, holistic eating and these coffee enemas. So she's a living, walking example. So thank you for sharing your story with me. It, really made an impact. So the coffee enemas. Now let's talk about bras. Can bras cause cancer? Well, research says yes, they can. The underwire in particular, holds or can clamp that lymph system. So remember I said the lymph system doesn't have a pump. So if you're holding an elastic band around your arm, you're going to not only reduce blood flow, but lymph flow. Or if it's too tight, if it's badly fitting, or again, wearing it to bed. So there is a book called Dress to Kill that looked at the link between bras and breast cancer. And they had some statistics that I'm going to quote for you. So women that wore a bra 24 hours a day had a 3 in 4 chance of developing breast cancer. Women that wore a bra 12 hours a day had a 1 in 7 risk of developing breast cancer. Less than 12 hours a day, 1 in 52. And rare or never wear a bra, 1 in 168 chance of getting breast cancer. So apparently, bra wearing creates, a greater risk of breast cancer, 3 times greater than smoking. So what I've been advising my patients is to, ladies, take off your bra. Wear it when you're out, but when you're not, to remove it. Because, oh, by the way, this is a Victoria's Secret's bombshell. So if you want to add voluptuous height to your chest, I recommend that. But only for short periods. If you can go sort of less than 12 hours a day, it cuts down your risk of breast cancer. And then what I say to my pregnant moms, breastfeeding moms, and just women in general, is to massage your breasts. So when you take off that bra and it's been restricting you, try to massage. I use a little bit of coconut oil, so when I moisturize my legs and my arms after I get out of the bath, I also massage and moisturize my breasts. So I pull up on my breast this way and pull down from underneath your armpit. I can't remember the statistic. Oh, there's some 85. There it is. 85% of lymph fluid from the breast goes into your armpit. So when you take off your bra, start from your armpit, use a little bit of moisturizer. Coconut oil is a great moisturizer, ladies. Also takes makeup off brilliantly. It's healthy. You can use it to brush your teeth. You can, I have coconut oil in my bathroom, so it has a multi-purpose effect. But I take my hand in my armpit and I pull down, just very gently, because the lymph vessels will collapse under your hand if there's too much pressure. So anyone's had manual lymph drainage, it's a very gentle pressure. And then lifting, like I said, up and over on your breasts, because your breasts have been hanging in that wire, that compression all day. So when you get home, take your bra off quickly. So I think I'll close. There's a lot more in this series, but today is, I'll let you take a look at some of the other things in there. I'd ask you to breathe with me. We just do a breath. We're going to count in for 10 breaths. We're going to hold it on the inhale for 3 seconds, and then we're going to breathe out. And I want you to notice how you feel now and after we do that breath. Ready? Exhale. See how it changes your energy? So one thing that we haven't talked about, we've talked about the foods that you're putting into your body and how things like, berries have resveratrol in them that help with cancer, anti-cancer, the cruciferous vegetables, sprouting, this is broccoli, sprouts, they have 100 times the nutritional value of just broccoli. So use some sprouts in your juicing. And we talked about turmeric and all sorts of different things. But breath is also a fuel for your body. And when you're breathing shallowly, you can't detoxify your body. So breathing is an important part of detoxifying. So today I'd like you to just smile and be grateful for your health and your life, because what you're grateful for expands. Remember, if you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. There was a quote that came to me today. I thought, there's a spirit of life that creates wonders that not even your mind can fully comprehend. You just have to sort of trust in that love and gratitude of life, and always remember that love trumps fear. Thank you for joining me today. I'd ask you to reach for the stars, envision and achieve your personal best, and most of all, enjoy the journey. This is Dr. Dina Churchill, signing out.